true friendships.
Yes, and what is a real good friend? And what does that mean?
Exactly, someone that you can count on in maybe good and bad times.
Is it somebody that you could call to take you to the airport, like at 3 a.m.? Is that a really good friend, I wonder?
That's what we're going to be chatting about in this week's episode of
Get Real with the English Sisters.
And also how important friendship is for longevity, living a long and happy life. You'll be surprised.
Absolutely.
So please do vote for us in the Women in Podcast Awards. And as you know, we consider you our brothers and sisters, and we love you all very much. So thank you so much for all your support.
Yes, we're actually beaming with smiles at the moment. And if you're listening, obviously you can't see them, but I hope you can feel them or watch us on YouTube and you'll see us smiling. So we're very, very happy to be here in our little podcasting room.
Yes, and our podcast is growing thanks to you. It's doubled in viewership and listenership.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's absolutely amazing. More than 89 countries around the world now.
Yes. Yes.
Massive
Thank you so much. Right, so what are true friends?
Well, you're my true friend.
And you're my true friend.
And my true
we know,
sister.
yeah, and real sister, because we're real biological sisters. So
could I call you at 3 o'clock in the morning? Absolutely.
Of course
I mean,
you
you
could.
can't drive at night, but your husband would.
I mean, I can drive now. I've got my new spectacles, my new glasses.
Okay.
I can actually drive at night. Would I be happy? No, but yes, I can drive. I'll probably be a bit nervous, but yes.
Yeah. But your husband would do it.
Oh, my husband would do it. Yeah,
my brother.
Yeah, your brother-in-law would definitely take if you needed to.
Mm.
But yes, apart from driving to the airport at 3 a.m., what are other signs?
I think another sign of a good friend is which is something that might be quite underestimated that you might not realise, is that when you've had some really good news, who are you wanting to tell them about? Who do you want to pick up the phone to or text straight away?
Ah, so you mean not just bad news?
No.
No, really good news. Somebody who you know is going to share the same excitement because they're rooting for you in the same kind of way. Yeah, somebody who's going to be just as happy.
Exactly.
Because they love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's more rare, because I think a lot of the times you might find someone that's really happy to help you out, but then someone that's not going to be like envious or jealous of you if you've got good news. It's going to be
sometimes it's
find.
A bit bittersweet, isn't it? When you have that kind of friendship and you want to tell them, but that you know that they may also have wanted that, and so they might, whereas they still, they love you, but they're not going to be completely joyful for you.
No, they're going to be a bit resentful.
Yeah,
so you might think, oh, I won't tell them.
Yes,
you'll keep it to yourself more.
So, but they're still friends.
They're still good friends.
Yeah, they're good friends. You
but
can't
they're
just
like not 100% friends, I think.
Yeah,
because I think to be someone that you're like really, really gel with, but I don't know, maybe that's asking for too much. Someone you really, really gel with, you have to they really have to be really happy for you if something nice or good happens in your life to you. And they also have to be there for you if something not so nice or terrible happens to you. So they have to be there for you.
You gel with them in the sense that you like
flow together.
You like flow, yeah. They're like gelatines or like they're
sticky.
They're like, yes, I understand.
They're almost like part of you, aren't they? They're like an extension of you. So if you're happy, they're happy. If you're sad, they're a bit more sad because they're gonna share that space with you.
They have that strong empathy. Yes. Yeah, that is quite rare. I mean, we have that, but if I look at the past, I can't really say that that's always been the case. A lot of the times I've had to maybe not share some really good news with a friend because I thought, oh dear,
With someone else?
Yeah.
No, not with me.
No, not with you. I've shared the good news. Definitely, but not maybe with other,
with other people, yeah.
Just in case I might think,
I can think that can even happen with partners as well. With your
oh
partner.
yeah, definitely with partners. I think there's a you've got to think your partner doesn't always necessarily have to be your best friend.
No.
You have a romantic relationship with your partner that can be, it's great if they are your best friend, but if they're not your best friend, it's no biggie.
No.
I mean, they're your romantic partner. They have a very specific role in your life.
They have to be there for you, though.
They're definitely
in good
there.
and bad times, it says.
Yes.
I mean, that's just how when you get married.
When you get married, yes, it's in sickness and in health.
But that's just referring to the health side, not like if something great happens to you.
So like you're both working in the same job,
something.
and then you get a promotion and the other person doesn't. You know, that can be quite a tough one to take on board, can't it?
I think a lot of people struggle with that in romantic relationships.
Yeah. When one of you earns more, especially if you're like, you know, and then the financial aspect might get a little bit in the way, but that's a different thing. But yes, it does mingle though, because a lot of the time. Would you
like to phone your friend and tell them, or text them and say, let's meet up and celebrate?
Well, I tell you. Yeah. But I mean, no, I would also tell my husband.
Yes,
I would. Yes, if I've got any good news, I would tell him. But as far as like the English sisters go, you know, from our point of view, I would obviously tell you any good news that came along.
Obviously, because we're in it together.
Yes, exactly. We're in it together. You're right.
But I think sometimes we do have to be a bit careful with the people around us, don't we? We have to be like less sort of take up less room.
Yes, yeah.
Which I think as women, we're used to doing that a lot.
Yeah, I think, you know, size. Yeah, big size, because we've come to a point in our life where I'm quite tired of making myself small.
Yeah.
So as to, you know, make other people feel big.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sick of that, you know, and
in so many ways.
Yeah, so you think, look, that's it, you know, maybe it's because I've reached, you know, 50 or whatever, and by the time you mature, you wisen up, and you think, look, I don't want to make myself small anymore. But yes, this can also be applied to friendships. If you find that you're always having to make yourself small, occupy less space, the other person's always like the one with the good news and the happy and all the sad.
Or the one that's always dominating the whole conversation all the time.
Yeah, that can be tiring, can't it? I think that's definitely a red flag, you know, to watch out for.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, you're already lucky if you have friendships, because I think more and more people are struggling now.
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking, like, a lot of people, they might go and make a video, like, on one of the social media channels saying how upset or sad they are.
Yeah.
And yet they won't pick up their phone either because they don't feel comfortable in confiding with a friend.
Yes.
Or because they feel as if, you know, they're going to bother that person, or because they really haven't got a real life friendship.
Yeah.
Which is really sad. Because, I mean, there's nothing like looking into a person's eyes and actually talking to them face to face.
No, it's very healing. It is a very, I mean, we're actually one of the loneliest societies, you know, we've said this before in other podcasts, that we're actually, you know, now as human beings, we're the loneliest we've ever been.
Yeah.
And yet we're so connected.
But don't you find that because we are so connected online, that it's like it's easier and easier, like, so you don't even have to go out now to eat. You can order in.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out to get your groceries. You can order them in.
Yes.
You don't have to go out to, you know, to buy things.
Like there's less and less actual inter-social connections going on. We have to be very careful of that, I think.
We do, because it's surprising how healing it can be.
Yes.
To just look into someone's eyes and just have a quick chat with someone.
Absolutely.
And friendships come, like what you said, it doesn't have to be 100%. You know, don't be so picky in the beginning.
No.
If you're looking to form friendships, you know, be a bit more flexible, be a bit more relaxed. Say, okay, I've got a friend when I go mountain climbing. I've got that person that I can share that with, or when I go to golf, I can share
I know
that.
what you mean. Yes.
You don't have to think that person has to be my end and everything.
No. It's the same way I was speaking about romantic relationships. Okay. When you speak to them, they might not be interested in everything, your shoes or your bag or everything. They don't necessarily, your hair color, they don't have to be your best friend in that aspect. You can't expect everything from one person. That you can have lots of different people for different things, I think. Yeah, and if you can, but cultivate them. Don't lose them.
I think what's really hard is, I think my daughter was telling me that. So she lives in London, and she says when you're in London, you have to. She has very good friends, which is really lovely. But she says that their schedules are so packed that like weekends are booked in advance. So she has to write to a friend, say, can you save the date for this, and we'll go out together, or we'll do something together. Whereas it's not like it used to be in small communities when you would just pop round. I mean, I remember people would just pop round and pop in.
Oh yeah, all the
They don't
time.
do that now.
You'd be scared. I mean, I would think, oh no, they're going to pop round when I've got a mud mask on my face. Do you remember? We used to run upstairs and hide because my friends would just pop in and I would think, no. But nowadays, of course, you're texting.
Would call, wouldn't they?
Would you? Well, yeah, would they? Sometimes.
No, they would ring the bell.
They would just ring the bell.
Yeah, they would call in. It was called. They would come in.
Yeah,
come up the garden path.
Yeah, and say, "Oh, I've just come in. Are you coming out for a bit?" You can, yeah.
Do you want to go for tea?
Do you want to go out? Do you want to go to the park?
Do you remember those first boyfriends we had? They would just turn up at.
They would definitely just ring on the doorbell. That's why I remember running up the stairs once, thinking, "Oh my God, no, he's going to see me looking like this." God, that was like my worst nightmare. Or thinking, oh no, I look horrible. You know, my hair's gone nuts or whatever, running away from them. And then sending mum and saying, no, I'm not there.
There's a funny video on one of the, I think it was on Instagram, of these two girls. And one had lovely straight hair.
And the other one was fizzed up.
And the other one had curly hair. And she said, is this how you wake up in the morning? The one with curly hair, us, was in a real state, looked like a bird's nest.
Fizz bomb.
And the other one woke up like a silky smooth mane, as if she hadn't even slept.
Oh my God! No, that's not for us. Our hair is fizz bomb. Yeah, it was curly. My goodness. Let alone in those years, even wilder.
They had a good laugh though, didn't they? Those two friends there. One waking up like that, seeing the other one. We wake up in the same state when we go away together.
Oh, yeah, sure. We do, yeah, definitely. Yeah. We had our good friend. Beautiful long hair, blonde hair, always straight, always perfect. Yes, I've had that experience as well, waking up together, thinking, oh my God.
They're fun though, aren't they, these sleepovers?
Yes, they are fun.
With good friends.
Definitely. That's what we're going back to saying. You have to
and
make the
also
time.
Maybe ask
and
yourself,
the effort.
what is a good friend? You know, how am I showing myself to be a good friend? Because sometimes it's not just tit for tat. So like if the other friend has been like not that great friend to you, does that mean that you're not a great friend back to them? So, oh no, they didn't bother with this, or they flaked, they didn't turn up to that. So does that mean I don't have to bother either? You know, what do you put first? Do you prioritize your friendships, or do you prioritize other things?
So what you're saying, that we should try and prioritize a little bit more, I think, because they're so important.
Exactly, because
for
in
us,
the end,
for our longevity, to be close to other human beings.
When we are on our deathbed, what do we say? We prioritize our work or our friendships and our loving relationships?
Yeah. I don't think anyone thinks about their work ever. No. Oh my God, I haven't shipped that order out, or I haven't done that. No, I doubt it. I doubt it. I very much imagine you would think, I want everyone I love close to me.
Exactly.
I want them to be there. And I was listening to a podcast yesterday, actually, and it's about this guy who was talking about dreaming. He's a dream specialist, and he was saying that apparently after your heart stops, he's also a neuroscientist. I can't remember the name now, and he said after your heart stops, your brain has this immense cerebral activity that can last for like quite a few seconds after death. So it was saying it's important for, for the people that you love to stay with you during that time. He says, whereas before they believed, okay, the heart has stopped, but now they wait. He says, I recommend, my the family to wait with the person.
Make sure they're really dead.
No, not to make sure they're really dead, but like just stay with them, because he says that's why, like people say they have, when they near death
experiences.
Then he says they have these immense dreams where they talk about it. Well, he says that the brain shows it's like, it goes like extra hot, same way it does while you're dreaming just before death. So he says this can be a consolation to all of us. But the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because he was saying that he has, being a cancer specialist as well, he says that he sees a lot of friends and families that just want to walk away at that moment. But he recommends they wait. And everyone, because you said that everyone on their deathbed they want to see. Don't be so confused now.
No, because on your deathbed, I mean, you wouldn't want people to say, all right, hey, you're dead, I'm off.
No, but it's
you
like...
spend a few minutes, don't you?
Yeah, but it's a little bit longer than you would expect, he says, like to keep holding the hand and be with that person a little bit longer. Anyway, that was just a little thing, but I was saying it's because of the importance of friendships and of loved ones.
Exactly.
And who you want, in times
well, they
not
say
only
that
of need.
Having good friendships can extend your life like
Exactly.
10, 15 years.
Incredible.
It's not just your healthy lifestyle and your healthy habits.
No.
It's also the friendships and the love that you have. They were also saying that maybe because Mediterranean, these so-called blue zones have more healthier diets, but they also have like healthy habits. So they eat together, they chat a lot, they spend a lot of time together.
Oh my gosh,
They walked up to their friends' houses up within the villages.
Oh yeah, like here in Italy, there are so many communities that are still like that.
Yeah.
And they do, yes, especially the older generations. But even the younger ones still really want to adopt that way of lifestyle, I think, yes. And they still do. There's a lot of getting together, the groups. Yeah, definitely. That's so healthy.
Exactly.
They will all go out and eat together. They'll all cook together, which is like this real bonding. Pass me this, pass me that. You all cook together. You eat together. Yeah, definitely. And you're talking. You're not sitting in front of a TV.
No,
on your own again.
Or in front of a screen. Now it's many screens. They don't even have television much.
Well, yeah, a screen. In front of a screen, just eating on your own.
Or mindlessly scrolling. And making you feel as if... Because I think, I love social media as well.
Oh, I do too.
If you're on it for a few minutes and there's something that inspires you and you go off and do something inspiring and it's really lovely.
Yeah.
But if you find that you're just procrastinating or not doing something else, maybe not calling a friend because you're just scrolling mindlessly through...
Oh my gosh, call the friend.
Yes,
call the friend. Don't allow this to be like...
Because
it steals your time on this planet.
Numbing,
it does. It numbs your mind. It really does. Because one fantastic reel can make you laugh, can get you inspired, can do so many things for you. You could, oh wow, that's a great recipe. Oh wow, I love that design for my house. You can get inspired. But the problem is with the finger that you're just scrolling. There's so much that we see that in the end, what we first got us inspired sort of like disappears into the big blob of it all.
Yeah, and it makes us restless and uninspired.
I believe it does.
And a lot of the times we used to get bored as well. before.
Before all the
Yeah,
social.
before the
oh,
social
we used to
media,
get
because
bored.
they said we have to limit it now for our children as well. I believe it, because before
Definitely.
there would be more boredom. So they'd say, let's go out for a bit. Let's go. I'm going to go and see my friend. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go on my bike. I'm going to go down the road.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to go and make jam. Try even making jam or picking blackberries to make jam. These things.
I was listening to a football interview with
They were
with
fun.
Wayne Rooney. He's funny. He was saying in the interview, it was making me laugh, because he was saying, "Oh God, when I was part of I think he was in the Euros or something. He said I was always talking to someone, bothering someone, always doing something. I wouldn't be in my room for 5 minutes."
I know.
He said I was always having human interaction. He didn't say human.
Human,
But he said I
yeah,
was always
because-
talking to someone. He goes, some of the time they were thinking, go, I just leave.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
He said he was always looking for someone to talk to or bother, or some activity to do to keep moving, whether it was whatever it was. So
Something
I think
to
the
keep-
fact that we stay so still now with all our devices,
Oh,
it
my
really
God,
does
yeah.
block us from or the fact that we can just FaceTime someone or play a game with someone, and we feel as if we've had that interaction, which yes, we have in a way, but that doesn't substitute the real thing.
Really going out, really meeting someone. There are difficulties, there are challenges. You might find traffic. Oh no, the server where you're eating might not have bought you the plate you ordered, or God knows what. Some hassle goes on. All these tiny little challenges that, yeah, they're just part of life. They kind of like build resilience, but if you become less and less accustomed to them, because you become so used to just clicking a button, ordering food. Even now in these small villages we live in, you can just order food. After pandemic, before the pandemic, none of this would have happened, but now you can order food and they just bring it. So you don't have to go out, you don't have to do anything.
No, and I think you hit it on the nail there, that you do become less tolerant. And it's
Much
like what
less
they used to
tolerant.
say about older people. Do you remember when they used to say back in the day, they said old people, like, they haven't got patience, they just get really
Exactly.
stuck in their ways, they don't want to do anything
No.
that's different.
Yeah.
They have to eat at the same time, do this and do that, and they won't,
They won't be flexible anymore. They
and
lose
I think
it.
that's what's happening to our
To a
young people
younger
now, because they're
generation.
so used to getting everything, so this immediate reward, that any tiny little challenge, not just
That's
the
just
younger,
normal.
even even people our age, everybody. I think everybody is suffering from this.
Everybody.
We're getting used to this
ourselves
immediate.
included.
Yes, we're getting used to
Ourselves
this
included.
immediate reward, immediate answer.
You want to go out for pizza, you have to get dressed, you have to get pretty if you want to, because we do. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But there's all these steps are involved, aren't they? Get in the car, drive there. Hopefully.
Also, the expense, if it's more expensive as well than if you just stay
You
at
have
home.
to pay more. You have to go out. You have to get, all that little thing that's involved. Maybe booking the restaurant, booking the pizzeria. Oh my gosh, yeah. Otherwise, what do? Click a button. And so that's why but you're not going to get the same experience. You will not get it.
And sometimes you get the experience of where it's crowded, it's noisy.
Exactly.
You
You're
think
right.
you haven't had much of a good time.
Yes, but then what happens when you come back somehow?
You appreciate being home.
For a start, I mean, when just the other day we did that, and I did come back thinking, God, that was a bit noisy, and that was crowded, and we had to bother, and we had to book it, and oh my God, yeah. But then I came back, and I felt like happier to be.
like more serene, more peaceful, more satisfied.
I think so, yes. Whereas I think if we just ordered it, it wouldn't have been the same. Well, it definitely wouldn't have been the same. But that's what I mean. So the effort to go out, to go out with friends, that's even harder, because you've all got, like what you were saying, schedules, time. Somebody might not turn up. So but that's essential, because it builds resilience in you, and it keeps you flexible.
And
Even
I would also suggest maybe don't schedule everything so much. Allow a bit more freedom. Maybe leave 2 weekends in the month free, so that you don't have to have so much scheduling. Maybe tell your friends, look, on these weekends I don't schedule stuff. So, you know, do feel free to text me and say, let's go out, or feel free to do this or even 1 week, 1 day a month if you're really busy and you can't.
Yeah, I mean, all
Because
this
I mean, like
scheduling,
all
what
this
do they do?
scheduling, I
Like,
mean,
they
that,
book all trips
yeah,
and
like
that.
we have a family holiday now, and they were asking on the family chat, what are you with my husband?
Family, yeah.
What are you doing? What are we going to be doing if you scheduled the week? And I
Goodness
said, lol,
me.
I go, the schedule is to relax and have fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll play it day by day. But I think that the fact that we do schedule so much of our time, it limits us in a way, because it doesn't allow us that freedom to just say, I know the schedules, especially for the holiday, it's flexible. If you don't, you know, you don't want to go,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want to. But I just think this whole scheduling everything so much is just, it's just too much, in my opinion.
Yes.
It doesn't leave that time just to be able to breathe.
For another creative option to
Yeah,
just pop
just,
along, or I don't know, something random. Allow for it. Allow for it.
Yeah, so obviously it's nice to schedule and have things to look forward to, and some things you have to like schedule
obviously.
well in advance if you want to go and see someone or go to a concert and things like that. But there's other things that you can just be a bit more easygoing, a bit more free flowing.
Yeah, definitely.
So let us know what you think. Do you have good friends, or do you think you're going to start cultivating new friendships now? Which
Yeah, I hope you
they do take effort, but they sure are well worth it.
They're very worth it.
And they'll pay you back in many years extended to your life, hopefully. So
it's definitely worth it. It's great for you, and it's great for them.
and remember to tell your friends you love and appreciate them, because it's really important.
Yes, it really is. We often forget that, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So true.
So come and see us come and say hi on Instagram at Get Real with the English Sisters, and on YouTube too. And you can also send us a text. And from the 1st of August, you'll be able to vote for us in the Women in Podcasting Awards. So we're really looking forward to that too. Lots of love and smiles from the English Sisters. Bye for now.